Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this CAD training course, and the topic for today will be the blending of edges. This type of operation makes a transition between two or more adjoining surfaces that belong to the one and same solid body. There are several types of blending, and we have many different examples. Let us try to see the main features. I've created this simple solid, and the blending can be done in this command here. We have other things, but we will leave these other things to the next lesson where we will see about surfaces. So in terms of solids, we have this one, the blend, and on the blend we have a couple of options. We can choose from edges, vertices, boundaries, trimming. Okay, let us see the basic thing, which are the edges, and we can choose, for example, one edge, and the edge goes to this list, and then we can apply properties to this edge. We can do it dynamically, okay, and choose the radius of the edge in this particular case because it is a round fillet, or we can do and insert a value under here. In most of the options we can say the start and say I don't want to start in the beginning of the edge, and the same for the end, where I can say do not do it on the exact end. Then we can do this propagate in case where we have tangent edges. So if I say in this particular case, okay, it will propagate to other edges. And we have some options regarding the possibility to apply before the concave places. We can apply convex blend first, and this will solve a couple of different situations. We can delete the elements so that the blending it is applied and the appearance of the solid it is changed, and we can do this curvature continuous, which is also interesting in terms of respecting a certain curvature if you have it. Besides, we have a couple of options regarding the special situations where, for example, this filleting intersects other elements, or for example edges that join in a very specific case on a V shape, or if I want to do now this kind of filleting also around here. So there are, in this particular case, so where these two fillets intersect, these special cases, okay? And as you've seen, I've said create, and with this data it said it's too complex, okay? But for example, probably if I do it one at a time, so this one first, this one next, and now this one, so it will do it, okay? So sometimes it's not only do everything at the same time, we must have some feeling about the order, and you can try to change the order to do things, okay? So the idea with this blend, it is choose what we want to do. So saying here, if it is a round fillet, so you have it. If you want to do a variable one, for example, we can work around this kind of possibility, starting with one value on the radius and ending with another value. We can change these positions and for example insert middle shape positions and do this kind of thing. So position 1, I can say instead of 50% I can say 30%. I can insert a new one, okay, and I can play a little about these shapes and do these special things. It is very nice and very powerful. So we have the rounding, we have the variable in terms of a circular radius. We can do this with an elliptical shape, so it will change this in a different manner. We can do chamfers, and in terms of chamfers we can say different sizes for the chamfers or revert them, okay, and this data in particular respects the value of the offsets of the chamfers. And we have another possibility still with chamfers, doing the length and an angle, okay, so it is also possible. So there are a lot of different possibilities. Besides the edges, we can say apply this to a vertex, for example. Now I will start again. Apply this to a vertex, so this kind of thing, and then we can do E-shapes, whatever, chamfer, okay, a lot of possibilities, and in the end we can concave blend first, okay, and the edges, let's see if I can do this now. And now doing the edges, okay, this one, and put a little smaller radius. Okay, I've done something too weird, okay. Let's try again with the vertex. Vertex, let us give this again, edges, this one for example, and this one, and okay, let us do it, and nothing very different from what I was expecting. So there are a lot of different possibilities, and there are a lot of examples in terms of the special cases. This is a too long list, and we have millions of different examples also to exploit these options here, that they call it the overflow processing. And to be easier and faster to learn, please consult our theoretical side. We have very small animations showing each case and have deep explanations about all these possibilities. In terms of the basic understanding of this command, I think it's enough, these examples, and I hope that they were clear enough for you. So any additional help, please contact us, and we will be here for whatever you need.